Damn. What's up, guys? Let me put this all the way back here. I gotta do a couple things. Let me see how I can do this. You're gonna see some crazy stuff as I try to fix this real quick. Y'all can hear me, right? Can everyone hear me? I'm gonna edit my video real quick because I don't like doing this live. I gotta put in the tags. Yes, sir. And then do this. Ah! No, 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 no. Y'all gonna see me how I edit videos. This is pretty funny. Surprised I don't have. I thought OBS. No. I remember when. Oh, because I usually don't do live streams. That's probably why. Let's just do Pokemon. Brilliant Diamond Shine Girl. Options. Yep, this is exactly how I edit my videos. Just half-assing. Oh god. Alright, let's save that real quick. I gotta access this on my phone so I can I can see the questions you guys might have. So you guys have any questions as we wait for Larry? Feel free to jump in. I'm just trying to fix this up real quick. We're waiting for his presence. So let's do that. I know this is probably not in good quality, so I will probably, actually, I think it might be. Okay. Wait, what? Not suitable for most advertisers. What? That's crazy. Why, it doesn't matter. Okay. That is interesting. We're gonna be English, sir. Okay, I think we are good. So let's get out of here. While we wait for him, I want you guys. Would really like for you guys to give me your opinion. First of all, let's give out a rating. What do you guys think about the Pokemon Presents? Give me a rating between 1 and 10, 1 being the lowest, worst, 10 being best. What is your rating on these on this presentation we just have while we wait for my boy here? I'll say it's a 10. 10 out of 10. Nice. 10 out of 10. Interesting. Okay, so it is pretty interesting. Looks like people like it. I like it too, you know. Why is my quality so horrible though? Okay, it doesn't really matter. Put on some Sinnoh in the back for you guys to enjoy. I'm gonna put it very lightly. That way you guys, there you go. And yeah. Let's just see how everything goes. Yeah, okay, just making sure everything's good. And I'm going to share this to We're gonna wait for him. Call on Discord. Doon 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 doon. Do you think they'll make a remake on Pokemon Black and White? I don't know, dude. We got to wait another 10 years for that. It took them 15 to make a remake of this one. What makes you think they're gonna do one pretty soon for Black and White? They probably will, because it's a very beloved generation. So I don't see why not. I can hear you. Okay. Where's everybody else at, blood? Alright, pretty good, pretty good. Like I said, we're just waiting. I'm waiting for this guy's title card to show up. I appreciate everybody being here. As we wait. Appreciate everybody being here. What team are you going to have in the new games? What are you talking about? There's only one team. It's Team Galactic. The heck? I'm trying to think what I am trying to do here. It's going to turn up the volume a little bit. I think they meant by Pokemon team though. It's probably gonna depend on what Pokemon there are in the games. Well, if you're talking about starters in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, it's Team Chimchar 1000%. Fuck the other two. If we're talking about Legends Arceus, I don't really know. I don't really care for none of those. I'll probably be Team Cyndaquil though, for being really honest here. If those are our actual starters that we are going to be having. So, yeah. Just gonna have to wait and see. I'll check OBS real quick because it's like, hopefully it's not too crazy loud. I mean, I don't think it is, so I think we're good here. But anyways, it's been a hot minute since I've done a live. It'll be the first time I've done a live collab. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Appreciate all your guys' support. Like I said many times before, Larry will be here very soon, so I'm gonna try to fix everything up. As a matter of fact, I should just do that right now since I'm already here. Let me. Oh, there you go. He's starting a call. Oh, what's up? I don't know if I can hear. I can think I can hear you. Hopefully it picks up. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you talk a little bit? Yeah. Let me turn this up a little bit.
I think I'll just pull up yours on my laptop. So I don't have mine completely set up. My laptop's being annoying. Let me just go to your page.
Yeah. I gotta fix up my stream up a little bit. Let me edit this real quick. You're probably gonna see me edit this shit.
Yeah, I see you. Got the live pulled up. Let me mute this. Got the two streams set up.
Yeah.
I'm on two monitors right now. I know some people on my page were talking. We're asking some questions too about like some other topics, but we can do that a different day.
Yeah. I think I'm fine with that.
Definitely down to like, I mean, just going live podcast and get up and shit.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, you're live. I need to stop cursing.
Oh, it's alright. I'm already like 5 minutes in, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah, that first 2 minutes are the worst.
Yeah, I'm already like I don't know how many minutes I'm. Oh, I'm already like 11 minutes in, so it doesn't matter.
Nice. Oh, I didn't know. Amy was sub you too.
Oh yeah,
Or
she's
was that
been.
a while
Oh
back?
yeah, she was subbed for a while. I think like since last year, if I remember.
She might be from Central for all we know.
Probably.
Yeah, that'll make sense.
Alright, I'm gonna ask my chat. Hey, y'all can hear Larry, right? Just want to make sure. I can for sure hear him. Can y'all hear him? He is a bit quiet. Alright, let me turn him up then. I can hear him. Alright, let me go on Discord then and turn him up. Or you know what? I might be my desktop thing. Let me see here. I don't know if I can do it on. Wait, I can. Alright, let me quiet this down a little bit. Oh, did you guys hear that? Oh, oh, this is funny. Y'all heard him sneeze? I mean, if you can hear that, then I'm pretty sure we're pretty good.
Yeah, there. Yeah, they heard me sneeze. Shit.
I just got here. What's going on? All right, cool, cool, cool. Fuck it, then we're just gonna start it. Oh, what time is it? It's like 3:07. All right, cool.
Yeah, 6:07 for me. I probably got. I can be on for about an hour.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna start now. So, yeah, we're doing a live. We're gonna talk about what happened this morning in regards to Pokemon Presents. So if y'all just tuning in, if y'all were just living under a rock or y'all didn't care about Pokemon,
Yeah.
Pokemon just had their presentation. It's about time they had one, because the last time they've had one, I believe it was, I want to say May. I don't recall the last time they talked about Pokemon information. But
Was it when they did the original announcement?
original announcement was on Pokemon Day, I believe, which
Oh
is
yeah,
usually February, and I think they actually, you know what? It could be that now that I think about it, but I don't recall too much from it. But anyways, guys, I'm here with Larry. Obviously, you know who he is. I'm the only person I usually collab with him at this point in time. So yeah, he's
might be some
here.
more people.
His channel is probably it will be in the description soon. I gotta fix all this stuff once it's all said and done. Go ahead and check him out. He does a bunch of stuff such as shiny raids, all this Discord things. Y'all have seen the videos. Y'all probably have seen his channel. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the first thing that came into the Pokemon Presents was Pokemon Unite. I don't play this game. I don't intend on playing this game. I know a lot of people have been playing this game. Um, I guess believe Blissey is coming to Pokemon Unite pretty
Yeah, this is
soon.
gonna be annoying.
Yeah, so if it's anything like the mainline games, yeah, Blissey is gonna be one hell of a annoying Pokemon to deal with. The big announcement, I guess, in this one were two things. One is that it's coming to mobile devices. I wonder, you probably have to have a top tier phone to play this kind of game, because usually games like MOBA, like designed games, are pretty like connectivity heavy, so you gotta make sure you have a good phone. The other part was there's a new skin of Pikachu, and that depends if you meet certain requirements for pre-registration, which is pretty cool. I don't remember any game doing this, but I mean, it looks cool. Um, and then the following thing, Zero Aura. Of course, Zero Aura. I think Zero Aura has already been a thing, right? For a while.
Yeah, Zero Aura was part of like if you when you initially signed up and stuff. Like
Yeah.
Alola is pretty fun too. You definitely need to try out Unite. Like it's really fun.
Yeah. Um, I know a lot of people have been playing this game recently, and then I believe they revealed Mamoswine, coming to Pokemon Unite. I think
Yep.
the reason why they probably chose, oh, and Sylveon, of course. I think the reason why they chose Mamoswine was just a little advertisement for fourth generation, which we're going to talk about
Yeah.
pretty in depth
Mamoswine
soon.
seemed kind of weird. We were expecting Blastoise.
All right, they're saying they can barely hear him, so let me turn you up.
Yeah, you probably have to turn up the volume on me.
What about now? Can you hear him? Let's see if y'all can hear him now. I have this thing on 13 decibels. Holy crap. Uh,
Hello, hello, hello.
it looks like it should work. Okay, there you go. So it's perfect. Yeah,
All
13.
right.
All right, and the next thing, Pokemon Cafe Mix got a remix. I don't really care about this game,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. I mean, it's a cool game, whatever, but that's what's up. Next thing we got was Pokemon Master Sex. I don't really care about this game. Played this game when it came out. I think it was alright, and then it got too boring with the grind. They're
Yeah.
gonna end up getting,
You need to spend some money.
yeah, N is in the game as well as other legendary Pokemon there. That's what's up. Next thing we got is Pokemon Go. It's its fifth anniversary. I think the fifth anniversary just happened. I believe July, the beginning of July. I don't recall the exact date. I believe it was July 6th was the fifth anniversary. I actually did participate in the Pokemon Go Fest for the fifth anniversary. It was pretty cool. I got some cool shinies, and then I put my game away for like 2 months. So that's what's up. All right, and now it's time for the main. I mean, it's pretty interesting that a lot of people still play this game, and it's still making like a fuck ton of money at this point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was pretty interesting game. And Hoopa's coming to Pokemon Go eventually, so
Yeah, and
whatever.
they skipped Alola. They went from, I think they went straight to like Gen 8.
Yeah, so yeah, so they have some Alolan variants in Pokemon Go for a while now. You have to hatch them. But yeah,
Yeah.
they've skipped some certain Pokemon in certain generations. I don't know why. Like Kecleon hasn't been introduced yet. Arceus has not been introduced yet. I think they might do like an event later on down the road. So, all right. Now we're going to talk about the real stuff, the stuff that has
Yeah.
been having us wonder for a couple months now. It's Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl. So, first things first, the graphics to me look a little better than they initially did when they showcased it. The biggest criticism from the previous presentation, and I'm pretty sure we're still gonna be having criticism even today, is that the chibi style is a hit or miss for a lot of people. I personally don't care if it's like a complete remaster, which I predicted it was going to be. I'm not gonna have a problem with it as long as the game functions, as long as the developers do not mess this up. Um, I think I'm okay with it. And looking at the new screenshots that we got or new graphics that we've seen with this game, it looks pretty good. I'm glad the day and night system is back, like
Yeah.
in fourth gen, because I believe we had night day system like in since second gen, but then it got cut in third gen for some reason, and now in fourth gen it looked a lot better. And the reason why I like the night system is because the soundtracks and the settings change, which is pretty cool. Um, so yeah, I think the graphics. I think Larry, you'll probably have an opinion on this too. I think the
Yeah, I mean,
graphics have improved a little bit as far as the
yeah, they definitely
presentation.
look better from like the first time we saw it. I mean, I'm kind of fine with the chibi stuff. I mean, I really didn't like it too much at first, but like, it's kind of, it is what it is. Like, I wish it was, I mean, full like Sword and Shield graphics, but I mean, I'm kind of just glad to have like a Pokemon game that kind of just lets Game Freak win. Honestly, though, they're
Yeah,
just
I'm
satisfied at that minimum.
yeah, I'm just glad that it's not Sword and Shield graphics, if you understand what I'm saying. I think like keep just like building it from just a remaster perspective. It looks pretty good. I'm really glad that they didn't take the graphics from Sword and Shield because I don't know. I feel like in fourth generation, especially these remakes, the expectations are so high because it's a essentially it's a classic in the Pokemon series, and you
Yeah.
don't really want to mess this up. Because then, if you mess this up, which I'm hoping that they do not, and but so far it looks like they're doing a good job. And we got to see some screenshots of the gyms. I really like the background battles scenes. I think when you fight against Cyrus, it's like a solar system behind them, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think they show that.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
so
definitely like the gym, like the battle animation.
yeah, so it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty good so far. And then we're gonna talk about the Super Pokemon contest. It makes a return to fourth generation. I believe contests were a thing up until let's see, they had
It
them in
stopped.
third.
I don't know if it was in Gen 5 or not though.
I'm not 100%. I don't remember 100%. I think Oras might have had them, if I'm not mistaken, because they're just remakes of Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh yeah, I think they did. I think Orez did have them.
But
It was
they,
some.
yeah, but I don't really even recall even you doing the contest in Oras if there were in the first
I probably
place.
just I probably skipped them.
But they were pretty cool in fourth generation because it actually was competitive and you actually had to like be it's kind of like I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like DDR but for Pokemon. You have to be on pace. You got to be on beat with whatever they do. The attacks have to be according to their like their if it's the Pokemon's like I don't remember correctly. It was like cool. It was like I don't know some of the how they do the rankings of the moves or the contest moves.
Somebody in chat just said Orez did have it. He said, "Do you think they are going to put the national decks in the game?"
Oh, we're gonna talk
Eh.
about that
Yeah,
because
we'll
I
get to
know
that.
we're gonna get to that pretty soon. Because I know there's two topics people want us to talk about. So, yeah, contest coming back is pretty cool. That means you get to do something, and I believe you get ribbons if you win contests. So, um, yeah. Next up is the underground. Thank God it's making a return. I
Yeah,
just the one detail about this is once you're like hitting the rocks area, the rock layers, whatever for items, it's touchscreen. So that's pretty cool if you're on handheld mode and you're doing that. Um, I have a feeling that because because it's touchscreen and handheld mode, this is probably gonna benefit the new Nintendo Switch OLED models a lot because this was promoted well, this game was promoted with the OLED model along with Metroid Dread and Breath of the Wild 2. So I guess once that model comes out, I believe it'll be a month afterwards that this game comes out as well. So I guess they're gonna try to push touchscreen usage in Pokemon, which it's about time, cause
yeah,
and I think it makes sense because when you played this game in Gen 4, like 15 years ago, the Underground was nothing but touchscreen. You had your stylus, you're just smashing your DS screen until you find these evolution stones or treasures that you just sell later on in the game. So I think it's a pretty cool touch, and based on based on how it looks pretty good so far. So I applaud him for doing that. The one feature that they did add was in the underground was you get to explore these Pokemon quote unquote caverns or whatever. I don't recall the
yeah,
official name, but you get to pretty much it's kind of like a wild area but in a limited space. So,
yeah. When I first saw that, I was like, "Oh shoot, they're bringing back raids." Then I was like, "Nope, it's just wild Pokemon at the bottom."
yeah, so I'm very glad that they decided to keep it that way and not bring back raids or Dynamaxx, which we're going to talk about more later. But it's cool that you see a map on the top left-hand corner. You get to see what areas connects to which Pokemon area. And I believe the areas of the underground depend on where you first start your excavation. So you excavate in Snow Point City, it's going to be a different area from, I don't know, Jubilife City, which is like the very early beginning game cities that you visit. That's pretty cool. And overworld Pokemon. Forgot about that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So I guess they took a page out of Pokemon Let's Go or Pokemon Sword and Shield and say, hey, everyone loves overworld Pokemon. So
yeah.
pretty
I don't
cool.
mind it much. I like it.
Yep. So
They need to stick with it.
yeah. So we got some Team Galactic stuff. Yep, they're gonna be the you've been living under a rock, Team Galactic is pretty much the main antagonistic team in this game.
Those haircuts.
Yeah, those bowl cuts, and it's pretty funny. Just seeing them. This is what I was talking about here. Well, I skipped it. I hope I'm gonna talk about battles later on too, because they revealed some information about battles. But if you can customize background battle scenes, I'm copying this 100% of the time. So
Oh
it
yeah.
looks pretty cool. And seeing Cyrus like live is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Then we have Mount Coronet. We have obviously the Lake Trio spirits, whatever they're called. We see Cynthia here, and then we get the revelation of Palkia and Dialga. Spoiler alert. And I believe the official date is November 19th, which I assume it's gonna be on a Friday, because it usually always drops on a Friday.
Yeah.
Um. So, let me see where we can get a good. Secret bases are back, kind of. They're not really. These mostly are just underground bases. I do remember collecting statues and traps in Generation 4. Now, if they are being true to the originals, there was something called flag. I think like taking someone else's flag and running to your base as fast as possible before you get caught. That was a pretty cool, quote unquote, mini game from back then. And yeah, just I hope there's a collection aspect of us getting all these statues depending on objectives, which I would assume there will be, or you just simply buy these statues in the overworld Pokemarts or whatever. So I'm looking forward to that, meaning that I'm not gonna get bored, unlike the raids that they gave us in Swish. That was cool for like 10 minutes and it just died out completely. Another feature is the good old Pokeball decorations are back. I
Yeah, I'm ready
remember
for that.
I remember these back then, and I'm glad they stayed true to it. It feels like these empty slots here means there's gonna be more animations when the Pokemon come out of their Pokeballs. So I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. I hope you can customize messages. That'd be pretty cool.
That's gonna be so annoying to Jen. Like all that stuff with the Pokeballs.
Yeah, that I guess yeah, I can see that. They're probably gonna have to do like another similar to like how Sword and Shield had the like the little den PK hex whatever kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
would expect this to be its own separate
Yeah. Probably give Ball its
customization.
own tab and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna expect as well. Another cool feature is you get to finally customize your character after 15 years. So that's pretty cool. I would assume that you can buy these and they just stack up in your little poke closet or whatever, and you can wear whatever you want. And I'm glad they did this. I feel like adding a personal touch to your character is always important when it comes to making games, because it makes more of a connection with the players themselves. So that's pretty cool. And you get to wear these during the super contest shows, which is pretty cool itself. Seeing these contests in 3D is kind of wild. I might have to actually mess around and
Yeah,
try
I
this
kind
out.
of look forward to watching those.
Yeah, and then the Union Room is back. I think the Union Room was essentially dead after Gen 5. You get to connect with trainers around the world. It's pretty much is a online quote unquote room where you can battle, trade, message other players. You need to have Nintendo Switch Online. Obviously, it's 2021. You should be having it anyways. But it's
Yeah.
cool you get to see this and just seeing it again. It just brings back a really good nostalgic feeling for a lot of players.
Like to be honest, I would rather have like Wycom than Union Room. Like
Ooh,
I feel like I don't know. I just feel like Wycom was like it was so much more like streamlined and efficient. Like I don't know. I mean, hopefully they fix the connectivity and like servers up for Union Room. Like, but I don't know. I prefer to Wycom's just like the simplicity of just being able to like input codes and everything else like that. Because also, if it's Union Room, I mean, bots probably gonna be dead.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Um, yeah, so we'll see if they can do better with online because Festival Plaza gens. I still think Battle
Yeah.
BSS, that's what it was called in 6th gen, is like arguably the greatest
Yeah.
online system we ever had. And then it went downhill with the Festival Plaza twice.
Dude,
Um,
that was so bad.
and then we've had the Ycom, which was it was simple, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like the Ycom, like the stamps, one that shows up on your feed, they're inconsistent because when someone is trading or something, or they're in a raid, you can miss it by like a second and it's gone already. So perhaps they should improve on that a little more. But I think with the Union Room, things are be more constant. Like the people you meet there are the people you're actually meeting in real life, not just some bot that you're talking to and you're just inputting Pokemon information or whatever that you want to get. So another important thing that people need to realize is that the GTS existed for the first time in this generation. So it's going to be interesting
Oh yeah,
what they will
true.
do. Now, obviously, I don't think the GTS is going to be implemented in this game because we already have Pokemon Home. And the guys who are making Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are the same ones who made Pokemon Home. So we'll see what they'll do with that. But they did say during the presentation that um, there's going to be, I guess, compatibility with Pokemon Home with these games. So that's
Yeah,
pretty
some
cool.
I think they said like spring. I don't know if they said spring, but they said 2022.
Yeah. So a few months after Legends Arceus, which we'll talk about more, of course, later on. Cynthia's Chibi shows up, which is pretty cool. I know a lot of people are wanting to play against Cynthia and her stacked ass team. And then we have
Yeah.
a Nintendo Switch Lite. I'm not copying this. Why the fuck do I want to pay 100, 200 bucks for this again? And so now we're gonna talk about two controversial things. First of all, it's going to be the national decks, and then the other one's Mega Evolutions. So pretty much, I think the underground kind of confirms that there may be a national dex because I don't believe Houndoom was part.
Houndoom was in platinum.
Yeah, so there's some speculation right now that maybe they're gonna implement the Platinum Pokedex rather than the base Diamond and Pearl Pokedex, which is pretty damn cool. And another thing is that Houndoom was not part of Sword and Shield, so that's some pretty
Yeah, that's
interesting
right.
stuff going on right there. Um, so I think the underground, like I guess caverns, whatever they call it, the caves where you can catch Pokemon in the overworld, makes me want to believe that we are getting the Platinum Pokedex. And if we are gonna get the Platinum Pokedex, then I personally believe that maybe there are some certain portions of Platinum that should be in this game. For example, the Distortion World. That's like the most popular thing in fourth generation when Platinum came out. Um, I still have hopes for a Battle Frontier, which I don't really think it's going to happen. Otherwise, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
they
they would have
showed the
announced it.
map. I don't know if.
Yeah, I don't. I know the map expands after you beat the champion, like the fight area and Stark Mount
Yeah.
or Mount Stark or Stark Mount, whatever it's called. So we shall see. We're probably gonna find out once the data mining and leaks all start showing up
Oh yeah.
on our favorite websites. All right, and then the other thing. Well, Dynamaxx, thank God, is not in this game. I hate
Yeah, as
Dynamaxx
far
with a
as we can
passion.
tell.
So they were really kind of honest when they did say they're going to stay true to the game, which so far they have. And so far, a lot of people were complaining to me, well, you're wrong. Just because they say it's faithful to the source doesn't mean it's going to be a one-on-one. Well, duh, because I'm not from Game Freak. I'm not from Litka, whoever's making these games. Um, but so far, I'm kind of right. They are sticking true to the original game, so they're not adding a bunch of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But they are
Wish they did megas.
they I wouldn't say they're even adding stuff altogether. They're just retuning
Yeah.
some of the original stuff that they're doing, like the underground, expanding the underground, Pokemon contests, player customization. That's not really something new per se. It's just a tune-up of something that already exists, or just making it better for a modern audience. And then
Yeah,
last
that's
but
all it
not
really is.
least, yeah, and last but not least, we have Mega Evolutions. I am I think in this instance, if it is just a faithful remaster, obviously megas are not part of this crazy conspiracy that is the Pokemon multi-universe. Uh, doesn't follow the pattern, and it wouldn't make sense adding new Mega Evolutions in this game just to make the audience happy. Because I don't think Mega Evolutions I mean, obviously Mega Evolutions were not in the original Diamond and Pearl games themselves.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have been wanting, the Sinnoh starters to have Mega Evolutions. They want Primal Dialga,
Yup.
Primal Palkia, and all that stuff. Which I don't really think in this instance, if it, like I said, if it's a remaster, they should not be here. So I think it's just fan service if they were to add that. But I think they would have
I would have
announced it.
no opposition to it if they had megas in there.
Yeah, that is
Like,
true. Yeah, that's true. I will not be opposed to having Mega Evolutions, but in this instance, it wouldn't make sense.
yeah, true.
And the other thing is, if they added Mega Evolutions to this game, they would have to somehow force it to fit in the story of Diamond and Pearl. So I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make any sense. Like I understand in Oraz, there's a meteor that fell and the stones were spread over. I guess that makes sense. It still
Unless they
doesn't.
did
But
maybe like did it as like post game, like you had to beat the game, then like it was like a secondary quest or whatever to get the mega stones and stuff.
yeah, so I guess that would make sense too. Speaking of that, of a post story, if they somehow did like a quote unquote Delta episode for Oras, I feel like the Delta episode in this game would probably be Giratina and the Distortion World. That'd be pretty cool. If this game ends up getting DLC, I can see that being a good idea. Or just going to space or going to the new universe that Cyrus wanted to make with Dialga and Palkia. So that's a pretty good idea. So I just threw out there for for the audience. Um, Overall, I was impressed with this. I wasn't disappointed at all. I'm glad they they addressed several key components of not just making it a remaster, but also not adding too much new stuff to the point that it kind of makes the game lose its original identity. So
Yeah.
I think this was a 10 out of 10 for me. Um, I really hope the post story in this game is like the originals, and there's plenty of stuff to do. The only thing that I do wish that they would add is if there's a battle frontier. So if there is, this game is already fire, and I haven't even bought it yet. So I think it's pretty cool. All right, next up is going to be Legends Arceus. This game looked pretty good to me.
Yeah, it looked amazing. Like,
Yeah, this game looks pretty damn good. I love that they've tuned the graphics a little bit because there were some frames per second problems with the initial
yeah.
presentation. It looks obviously the biggest comparison this game has is Breath of the Wild, and I am pretty comfortable with saying that's fine. I think Pokemon should have had a Breath of the Wild game for a while, anyways, because we're on the Switch and it's 2021. Everything looks pretty good. We got some snowy regions, we got some fall regions, whatever. Desert, I believe, was there as well. Some Saharas and all that cool stuff. Forest, so it's pretty cool that we get to see this kind of stuff. And then, obviously, the biggest reveal, and I think this was kind of leaked a while ago, is that we got. I don't know if they're like new evolutions or they're just historic variants of certain Pokemon. So the first
I think they're
Pokemon,
evolutions.
yeah, I'm starting to think they might be actually
Because remember,
variants.
in Gen 4, we also got like the kind of prehistoric evolutions of what was it Yanma, Rhyperior, and Tangrowth. Remember when you gave them like ancient power?
Yeah. Now that you
It's
mentioned
probably
that,
similar to that.
yeah. But see, the only issue I have with that statement is because this this game takes place in prehistoric or historic Sinnoh region or the
Yeah, that's
Haisu or
yeah,
whatever
that's
it's
what
called.
I mean. Like these are all like the more so they were more around, I guess,
So
back then.
so these might have
Like they're
been,
probably
yeah. Go for it. Go for it.
so like they would probably be like kind of how Tangrowth was, or like Tangrowth was basically like a more prehistoric version of like Tangela. But now, I mean, we're in the timeline where like they're not the like prehistoric versions and stuff.
Right. So it's pretty cool that we got to see those Pokemon. We got to see character models of our starter Pokemon, if they are starters, and other, I guess, NPCs. My only issues from a graphical standpoint at this point is just the lighting. The lighting looks a little bit weird. I think they're shined a
Yeah.
bit too brightly, but that's
Oh
just a
yeah.
small little fix that they can figure out by the time this rolls out in January. So,
Yeah. Turn the brightness down.
yeah. But other than that, it looks pretty phenomenal. Um, One thing that really it kind of did caught me by surprise is that Pokemon can actually kill you in this game. When they can
Yeah.
actually attack you, which I feel
Oh,
like,
the memes are great.
yeah, I feel like that's a pretty cool like idea to, or a concept to deal with, because yeah, I mean in the mainline Pokemon games, what happens if a Rayquaza just drops a freaking Draco on your head and just straight up kills you? Like, what happens to you? You know, not only your Pokemon get hit, but you also take damage as well. Um, we got to see this cool little Growlithe. I think that's a Growlithe. It looks like it. Don't know what
Yeah,
its
it's
official name
the
is.
Hycerian Growlithe or whatever. I think
Yes.
it's like Rock Fire.
Wait, it is Rock and Fire?
Yeah,
Oh
because they said
shit.
something about the horn was made out of rock, and then they posted the typings because like the Stantler evolution, it's normal psychic.
Oh damn. So there you have it. For those of you who wanted a Alolan Growlithe, you got your leak right here. 4 years later.
Yeah.
Um, I like the UI of this game as well. It looks like it's meant to be a part of the game instead of doing
Yeah.
something modern. Like they want, basically it's like a throwback kind of like effect or watercolor that they used. I think it's pretty cool. Um, I think the animations look pretty damn good. The attack animations look pretty damn good. The fact that you get to explore various regions or various locations, that's pretty damn good in my opinion. Um, Obviously the new Pokemon are pretty big. I get that's the pretty big information reveal for this
Yeah,
game.
the Braviary is normal, no flying psychic, and then that thing is like the evolution of Basculin, and it's like water ghost.
Water and
Like I,
Ghost.
yeah, it's supposed to be like part of like the fallen Basculins, like when they fight and stuff like that. Like it's some kind of weird lore to it. But okay, so you remember in the last time we covered the original like direct when they first announced it, and we saw that Rhydon, I mean, or Rhyhorn.
Yeah.
I'm really starting to think that that actually is like a crystal Rhyhorn, or either the lighting was just like all messed up, just because we're seeing like different forms of like Braviary and Growlithe. Like I'm really thinking now that like it definitely is like a crystal Rhyhorn.
Hmm. Okay. I mean, it could be. Um, if it is, that's a pretty big miss on a lot of people's ends of not catching that in the beginning.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And then this game introduces us to crazy ass Pokemon. It reminds me a lot of the Dynamaxx Pokemon that just go wild and start attacking you. I wonder if these Pokemon have like increased, kind of like increased stats, like in uh, seventh generation with the Z
The
Crystal powers.
totems
Yeah,
or whatever.
the Totem Pokemon that go berserk and have increased stats. I wonder if that's the case. And it looks like these Pokemon can straight up attack you, which is pretty cool because now that adds more of a stealth factor that you just can't run into Pokemon and assume you're gonna capture them. Otherwise, you're just straight up gonna get murdered, or someone's gonna pull up on you. Yeah, so you just take damage from them. You can dodge them. So it seems like you definitely will be able to battle them, of course, and maybe there'll be more of a challenge um, for them to get
Rage.
captured. Yeah. So, and then they introduced two fighting styles. Basically, one of them is you get to increase the power of your attacks, but you have lower, I guess, attack speed. I don't know how to say it. I guess speed of the Pokemon.
Yeah.
The other one is pretty much you have increased speed, which is the agile fighting form, but you have less attacking power. I feel like that should be
Yeah,
in
it
the
seems like
mainline
they're
Pokemon games, though. Like,
yeah, it seems like they're doing like what is it, ATP? That's what it's called in like other RPGs and stuff like that. So I mean I like it. Like I kind of like the old format of like turn based, but I don't mind this kind of like using the ATP gauge and stuff.
yeah, I just think that that in its own means that this game isn't gonna be hand hand holding a lot of players. Like, you have to understand how open world games,
Oh yeah.
especially RPG games, work, like Xenoblade Chronicles, or even freaking Final
Oh
Fantasy.
yeah, the game's so annoying.
Yeah, so there's gonna be all these. They're giving us all this information about how to play this game. There's specific styles we can play this game, which only means one thing: that this game is either gonna be mind-boggling hard, or it's just like you gotta think outside the box in order to win. And I'm
And I
glad.
honestly I would rather be hard. Like
Yeah, and so there was actually a big topic I saw on Twitter whether all games should have easy mode. I remember seeing this question being asked by a lot of people. And to me personally, I think games like Pokemon, they're already too easy for a lot of players because a lot of us have grown up from first, second generation to pretty much the current generation that we're in right now. So I feel like Pokemon should automatically have a hard mode,
yeah,
regardless of
like I
what
mean,
it is.
like Red and Blue are so much harder than Sword and Shield. Like you had to actually like dungeon crawl and like do puzzles and all kinds of stuff like that. Like that's what I miss about like the older games. Like it was a lot more like really like RPGs.
Right, and the biggest reason I say that is because back then we didn't have a Cerebi, we didn't have Pokemon leaks, we
Yeah,
didn't have those websites that tell us how to play the game. You actually had to freaking discover it yourself and figure out how to do it yourself. Like, I can't imagine how in third generation when there's freaking Braille in the game in order for you to unlock the
oh
Reggie steals.
yeah,
Like, how the hell did someone come up with that? Like, how the hell did someone like ever actually think of that? And you had to go to the old school forums to find out, because I'm pretty sure we all had like
game facts.
game
Like
facts and all that, which I clearly remember. You had to read this long ass text.me about a bunch of crazy stuff that happens in those games. So yeah, I think this might be the game where we finally have a challenge mode from the very beginning rather than being unlockable. Because if they're giving us all this stuff and all these Pokemon, all these transversal like options, um, it seems as if this game is going to be pretty damn challenging, kind of like on the level of Breath of the Wild, where it's not going to be hard, but you have to think outside the box. If there's something
yeah,
that's out of the ordinary, it probably is too good to be true. So, and this game is dropping in January 28th, so that's in about 4 or 5 months from now. So, pretty good. Um, of overall, I think this presentation was damn good itself. I was not expecting anything because usually with Pokemon presentations, the expectations are usually pretty low to avoid disappointment, and I think it pretty much hit the ball out of the park with this one. So
yeah. And now for the oh wait, what's I thought he was gonna talk about the thing where you ranked is gonna be in Sword and Shield. That's the point I really want to get to. But I think that might be the very end of the video.
the rank, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like the very like last 15 seconds he posted like ranked battles will only be in Sword and Shield.
Oh, oh, okay, yeah. So that's okay, yeah. So yeah, we'll talk about that now. So that is true that the ranked battles are not going to be in the fourth gen games, and I'm pretty sure Legends Arceus is not going to have that too, because it
Yeah.
wouldn't make sense in that perspective. Um, that ranked battles are only going to be exclusively to Sword and Shield, which makes sense because I don't even think that there's been two Pokemon games that coexisted where the ranked battle system shows up on both. It's only been on
Yeah.
the most current generation, quote unquote. I do think that's okay for now. I do think because since Sword and Shield have the most updated Pokemon and updated Pokedex in general. I do think that's fine from that perspective. And I think if you're playing Brilliant Diamond like Shining Pearl, like ranked battles didn't exist back then. Only if you went to VGC or whatever. There was no ranking system at that point in time, if I
Yeah,
recall. So I guess
I think so.
that makes sense.
Cause like
So
my thing with it is, I think that maybe because since Home is going to be combined with Brilliant Diamond and Pearl and like Arceus eventually, I think that that might be a way that they'll kind of add more Pokemon to Sword and Shield.
right.
Because if they're going to make it connected to Home, I mean, and they're making battles continued on ranked in Sword and Shield, where in Sword and Shield, I mean, like it's pretty stale. Like it's going to be what the third year, like of Sword and Shield for ranked, and like people are already burnt out with it now. So I mean, I feel like if they're going to give us these other Pokemon in this game, we should they should definitely like be like I mean it's a simple thing to upgrade the Pokedex in the game.
All
Like
right.
it's not a hard thing for them to do. Like just have it to where we can add those Pokemon to it, and then we can I mean hopefully get a national dex. I mean
I see what you're saying. I think it's interesting that Legends Arceus is getting a Pokemon Home connectivity because I feel like, well, what Pokemon are you even actually able to transfer to that game? I wonder, does that mean we're gonna have more online features in regards to Pokemon Legends Arceus? Are we gonna be able to trade with other people? How are we gonna be able to trade it? How they're gonna introduce trading and battling with other trainers um, in that game? It makes sense for Brilliant Diamond and Pearl because obviously they're remakes of a mainline game. But for Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is a standalone game, does that mean we're able to trade Pokemon with Pokemon Home, like whatever Pokemon, or is this the anticipation factor that we may believe that there might be more Pokemon Legends games coming along down the road? Because
I definitely hope Legends becomes like its own like little kind of side series and stuff.
yeah, I feel like Pokemon Legends, the way it's being presented, it reminds me a lot of an obscure spin-off game that is Pokemon Conquest. Um, where you get to do a crazy bunch of stuff, and the concept of having an open world, just fighting in a prehistoric or historic
Oh
region.
yeah, I remember that.
It's kind of interesting. I wonder if Pokemon Legends will be its own like series. Maybe it's following
I
its
hope
own
so.
universe. I think it's pretty cool. Now, obviously, that depends on how how they are able to execute this properly. I hope it does pretty well because the ideas right now that are being shown are pretty good. It's all about the execution at this point. So, other than that, I think I don't have anything else to say. I want to see what people are saying here. I wonder if we can trade between all the Pokemon games. So I think you should be able to. Nuzlocks, yeah. That I mean, if Nuzlocks
Yeah.
are a thing, you can do that kind of stuff in Pokemon Legends Arceus. That'd be pretty cool. That'd make things a lot more challenging. This looks way better than Sword and Shield. I agree with that. I want more challenges. I think it's going to be a cool game, but I think the starter choices should be different.
I mean, I'm fine with the starters for it. Like,
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't start off with the repeat of Sinnoh starters. It wouldn't make any sense since we are just getting Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl as well. So repetition, um, yeah, it's not really a good thing in Pokemon. I think the GTS
yeah,
should be brought back, but you can also select an item you want that can help you get the Pokemon you want.
I
Uh,
can see that. I would definitely not have an issue with like being able to select items. Maybe.
yeah, I think that would it'd make perfect sense if you're trying to evolve Pokemon by trade items like Rhyperior, uh, Electivire, Magnetar. So it was pretty cool. And yeah, I think I don't have anything else to say. I will probably be reading other people's comments once they get posted on the video. This was a pretty interesting presentation. I think before Larry got on, I asked people their ratings in regards to the presentation, and pretty much they were 10 out of 10s. And I agree. I do wish that they showed a little more on Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl's post story. But maybe they're keeping that um, silent for those who have not ever played Gen
Yeah.
4, aka the people who had no childhoods or no lives. Um, so we shall see. But overall, I was pretty impressed. And another cool thing about this presentation is that it was 28 minutes long. It was not 10 minutes, which when I first saw it was 28 minutes, I was pretty impressed because usually new games with Pokemon they don't get this much attention unless it's like E3, which obviously they didn't even show it for E3. So I'm kind of glad they got the small little games like the Pokemon Unite, Cafe remakes. They got those stuff out of the way, and they just shared us the chunk of the presentation that we really cared about, which were these two games. So I was pretty impressed how they did it. I am even more impressed that none of the Game Freak employees were talking about these games because they have nothing to do with these games
Yeah,
whatsoever.
which I'm happy for.
And yeah, um, overall, I was pretty impressed. Now that I've seen this presentation itself, I am pretty excited for especially for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I think we need more information on Pokemon Legends to get the hype going. But I think all these games are pretty hyped for now. So I'm excited for going back to Gen 4 because I definitely hate the idea of picking up my 3DS and playing Diamond and Pearl all over again because the game engine in those games are atrociously slow, and I hope they're able to fix that, which I assume they are going to make the game engine a lot better in this game. So yeah, that's just my closing remarks for this presentation.
Yeah, I'm just. I mean, my hopes are up, hoping that everything goes well with the game. I mean, I don't think that. I mean, this is probably the biggest like excitement we've had in a while because so far they usually let us down all the time. But definitely hoping for like I mean, just the connectivity with the other games and hopefully expand Sword and Shield with the decks and stuff. But I mean, that's pretty much like all I gotta say. I mean, I'm definitely glad that this lived up to expectations and glad that you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, appreciate all you guys' support. We just got a donation from Amy, so thank you very much. If you guys are interested in seeing Larry's live streams when it comes to Pokemon and such sorts, I will put the link in his. I'll put the link of his channel in the description, and yeah, we'll try to get the ball rolling as more leaks or more data mining shows up. And I believe once that shows up, we might do a discussion video on those as well. Because I know
Yeah.
there's gonna be way more information, but that information usually comes out like during the final weeks leading up to the game. So we shall see. So I think that's it for today. And yeah, any other words you have, Larry, for the people here?
Nah, that was all it for me. Just glad you guys are here.
Yeah, so there's someone that just asked the question. I have a question. As soon as Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, will we be able to put in Pokemon from different games like Gibble, put it in Pokemon Home and then in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl?
No clue, honestly.
Um, I would assume if a Pokemon exists in multiple Pokedexes, I don't see why not. But I do think if you're gonna want to do rank battles and you want to bring a Gibble from the fourth gen remakes to Pokemon Sword and Shield and use it for rank battles, probably not unless the Galar marks are still a requirement at this point in time. So I don't really know. I would assume yes, if you can bring those Pokemon, as long as they exist within those two Pokedexes, I don't think it would be a problem. So yeah, I, I really don't know. I think once we get the connectivity thing going later on next year, that will probably be more in detail. So I would say yes for now, just to be safe. So all right, and then I believe that does it. So I'm going to end the live stream and hope to see you guys in the next live stream. Thank you, Larry, for showing up. I know it was a pretty high presentation, and we were excited to share our opinion on it. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, that should be it. So see you guys on the next live stream. I don't know when I'll do my next giveaway. I am going to Hawaii next week, so I don't have really have time to even think about what I want to do. So I'll keep you guys informed. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.
See you guys.